upload that in the YouTube by evening. So okay, so before we start, so let's, as practice, we will start with the shloka. Today is the second shloka of Panchastavi, which I am going to recite. As I said initially also that this is a very important text, and it is recited, I can say, everybody in our families, especially in Kashmir, we recite this mantras. या मात्रा तृप्सीलता तनुलस तंतुस्तति स्पर्धिनी वाग्बीजे प्रथमे स्थिता तव सदा तामन्महे ते वयम् शक्ति कुंडलनीति विश्वजनना व्यापार बद्धोद्यमा ज्ञाद्वेथम् न पुनः स्पर्शन्ति जननी गर्भेर्बकत्वं नरा. Thanks. So I will just close the presentation and we will start our session. First, we'll recap on what we learned last week. So we learned 4 things. I will just cover them fast before we go to today's session. So first we learned about Om. Then we learned about, I will just write the Devanagari on top, and then I will write the Sharda Lipi below that. Then we learned about A, I, E. So we learned about these things. Let me just show you how these 4 characters we had drawn in Sharda Lipi. This was Om. I will also write, because we got many assignments from students, and we will also share the link for the drive where students, if they cannot send us through WhatsApp, they can also send it to us on the drive locations, those assignments. So then we learned about how to write Then we learned about A. Then there are some new students today. So for them, we will share the videos. It may be difficult for them to understand, but still I'm just doing one revision so that they will also learn along with us here. So this is E. So we learned about these five: Om, A, I, and E. So I will come to few common mistakes which students have done, especially on A. Now when we are doing A, many students what they do, they put the matra, this. That is not correct. So this is not correct. So what we will have to do, again I will say that we will have to, it is like this, it's a curve and it has to face upwards. This is the shape of this O. So this is not correct. This is the common mistakes which I have found in students while they were drawing A. Otherwise, everybody, I think the shape everybody had okay. And another thing what is interesting is, don't make this particular edge, whatever I'm showing here, don't make it as a sharp corner. What I mean to say here is, some students tend to draw like this. That is not correct. It is not correct. It is just a round. It's a round here. And then you come down and then you make like a U shape facing upwards, and this is how we write A in Sharda Lipi. Then few on E, some common mistakes what I have found in students doing. This was a common mistake. This is not correct. Why? Because the width of the symbol which is below is much broader than the above. That is not correct. You have to keep them equal. You have to keep them symmetric. So if I'm putting this, so this is E. The width is exactly the same. One is not bigger and another is not smaller. If you take this particular horizontal width, it is very symmetric. And also few other small mistakes some students will do like this. That is also not correct. Please make this S type of curve very, very symmetric. That is important. Then E, I think it was everybody was okay on that. Just one important point on E, that there are two ways to draw. You can do this, or it can be even this. What I mean to say, it can be a triangle, or it can be, you see this, there are two things to do it. It can be even this way also. This is a half triangle, this is like a two triangles. Like if I can do that, what I'm trying to say, it's like this. You see this is two triangle, but this is single triangle, right? So this is what it is. So both are okay. There is no problem at all. But if I have to draw with a normal pen, it it is like this also. It can be like this also. That is fine. Do not worry about it. So this is what we learned in our last class. Now we will go to our today, what we will learn. I do not know if students remember those tattvas which I connected last week. It was about the Chit Shakti, A Anand Shakti, I Ichha Shakti, and E Tivra Ichha Shakti, right? So I also spoke about how Lord Shiva wants to manifest or wants to manifest his own self as this world, what we see, and those we define it in Matrika. It is called Matrika Shakti, that we define it with this alphabet. So this is just I am trying to show that, and we will take, and any students have any questions not related to what I was talking about, the Shaivism, but related to Lipi. Any questions, do post the questions here. We have the teachers who will be answering you. So what we will do now, we will do U. So there are, one is U and U. So this what I'm writing, this is Devanagari. So if I have to write the same thing in Sharda Lipi, so what we will do, okay, there is a request that I draw the Om again. That's fine, I will do that. So this is U in Sharda Lipi. So the only difference is here students can tell it is the same in Devanagari also. That is exactly correct. That is right. You are right. But in Devanagari, we sometimes write U even this way. You see here, we sometimes write U even this way. But you see the difference in Sharda. This is what I have written in Sharda. The difference only is that it is straight here. We don't keep it tilted here. We don't keep it like how do you draw three type, right? So we don't keep it here, and then here, and then little bit you make this longer. This is, it is very similar. If you know how to write in Devanagari, you can also write in Sharda Lipi also. Just only one point, I will just draw that once again. Try to keep this long. More you keep it long, it looks really beautiful. So this is U in Sharda Lipi. And then U, now first I will draw U in this is Devanagari, and in Sharda, when I have to draw, as I said, in Sharda Lipi we intentionally make this straight line. Then here, this is also straight. You see there is an angle here. This is what is important here. There is an angle here of 45°, right? You see this, it is like this, and it is like this. This is very important to notice here. And then I don't take my pen out, actually I don't take my pen out, and then here it is, let me just use a single pen so that not to confuse. And then you add a tail which is little longer. This is the similar, in fact, in Devanagari when we write U, that is also same. This is how we write in Devanagari U. The tail is Actually, practically, it is not at the center. If you have noticed it, it is not at the center. It is little below. Same thing in Sharda also. This is very another important point for students to know. Do not add the tail at center. That means this, that is not correct. The tail, what you are doing, it is little below. And the only difference between Sharda and Devanagari is in Sharda Lipi, the tail is little longer in Sharda Lipi. So I will just draw that once again. This is U. This you would have noticed it. And this is U. So I hope this is clear. But yes, definitely I will also draw with a normal pen also, because students will have normal pencil or normal pen. As I said, do not use ballpoint pens. That will not help you because they write very smooth, so it's not good for hand. Try to use a sketch pen or a calligraphy pen. I would say, if you can afford, please get a calligraphy pen and draw those things, because you will love your own writing when you do that. So this is U. It's a straight line here, and the tail, it is little longer and coming upwards. So this is U in Sharda Lipi. So the significance of this, if you remember, during E and E, it was the Ichha Shakti, right? It was the supreme will. Here, this U and U, when I do it again, if I have to draw that once again, this is U. I will draw that once again. This is called Jnana Shakti of Lord Shiva. Jnana Shakti means the supreme knowledge. Because after he has started looking at his own self, his own glory, because he was in the absolute bliss, then he, in this state, this is also called Unmesha. Unmesha in Sanskrit, U is also, we say this is Unmesha, where we say the universe, the whole universe, at this point, the Lord Shiva perceives this universe is his in his own nature, that is why we call it Unmesha. And this is U. And when we say U, this is U. This is called Unnata, where what he's trying to do from the state of Lord Shiva, he's trying to come down to the Purusha. So the tattvas in Kashmir Shaivism, there are some young students also. Maybe they will not understand, but this is a journey from Lord Shiva to an individual being. So these are all 36 tattvas in Kashmir Shaivism, which starts from Lord Shiva, which I told about the Anuttara. It is also called Anuttara. And then it ends till the Prithvi Tattva, which we will talk about when we go to consonants. So what is happening? It's a journey of his own self. Even this world today, everything is Lord Shiva, right? So it is his own creation. So in vowels, it is his own manifestation. In this U, as I said, there are 5 energies which Lord Shiva has, right? Chit Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Chit Shakti, Anand Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Gyan Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. So this U and U are supreme knowledge, which is the Jnana Shakti. So he is now having the supreme knowledge. So all these Shaktis exist in Lord Shiva every time. So he is the source of all these energies. Like example, even I have some knowledge, I know about Sharda Lipi. It also comes from Lord Shiva. A very small point, it's like small droplet of his ocean, which everybody of us have some small knowledge or whatever. So that is the supreme knowledge. So that is U, and that is represented by U and U. So any questions before I move to next two? Yeah, there was a question about I should draw Om again. I will do that. Snehaji, is there any question?
No, G.
Okay, sure. So what we will do, I will just draw as a request. I will just draw Om once again. How do we write in Sharda Lipi? Then we will go to next alphabets. So so this is Om. I will draw once again, and I will also show you what all the things we need. Some small mistakes, because I have also seen students. There are some very small mistakes in Om. What students have been drawing. What they do, they come here and they draw a line here and they do this, which is not correct. You see here, very important point, that this particular line is slanting exactly on the top at this point. This junction is very important. This junction is a junction of three lines: one line, two line, and three line. You see, you have to meet at this point. I'm just trying to show you very important things which you should remember, which needs to be taken care. You see here, at this point you are only meeting here, which is not correct. You are only meeting 1 and 2. That's not correct. It will look good if you follow what I say. What I mean to say here, when I am drawing, it is this horizontal line first, then exact 45-degree, then a curve here, then it's like an complete. Don't worry about that. I will extend the Chiroleka later. This is absolutely fine. I can add that. I can add this later. But this is how we draw it. You see, that is how these three lines are joining together. And also, I also told about this Chandra Bindu. This is not like this. It is not a semicircle like this. It is little bit elliptical, as I said. So here, even though I have a calligraphy pen, but still you can even draw that with a normal pen also. There is no problem at all. You see here. Sorry. Yeah. So you see here, this is how you draw, and then when you draw Om, it is like this. It is not like this. That is not correct. So I hope this Om is clear. But yes, students can also watch the videos also to be very accurate. And another very important point to understand here is, you see this, it is aligned here. Sorry, I will just draw it with some another pen. You see, this is aligned. This is it should not happen that you do like this. This is like this and this is like this. No, that's not correct. Try to align this. Aesthetically, try to do it beautiful, and definitely if you follow the instructions, you will also do it better. You can even try sketch pens. With the sketch pens also you can draw it much beautiful. So this was about U and U. So now we will go to another alphabets. So Re and Re. First let me just show you the alphabet. These are vowels. We say it's rishi, right? So this is ri. And then I will also draw ri. So these are the two vowels what we have in Devanagari. And this Ri, if we know, if I have to break it in Devanagari, it is nothing but it is Ri plus one more Ri. I can say it like that. It's more emphasis on this vowel. Now, if I have to draw with in Sharda Lipi these two alphabets, this is very simple here. That's all. It's like a cup shape below. It's not L, but a cup shape, which we write it.
Rakesh, we're not able to hear your voice.
Oh, you're not able to hear me?
Okay, now yeah, now we can.
Okay, okay. So this is Re. So this is Re and Re. So as let me draw this once again, but again connecting it to the tattvas. As I said, this is the journey of Lord Shiva, where initially it was the supreme consciousness, the supreme Chit Shakti of Lord Shiva, which was then it was his own Ananda because he resides in his own bliss, which is the A, and then E, where I told about the Ichha Shakti of Lord Shiva. Then I told about the Jnana Shakti of Lord Shiva, right? Because now he is seeing the whole world is his own manifestation. But these four what I'm showing, these are called Shanta Bijas. They are actually voidness. Voidness means at this point we say that the Lord Shiva has a comprehension or hesitation in he feels that there is what if I come out in the world, if I manifest this world, will it be all right? He gets into that point of intention. I can say that uh, intention of that he wants to go into that voidness. No, he doesn't. No, I let me not go there. Let me not come out from my own self. And he stays in his voidness, which are represented by these two and the next two vowels. These are very special vowels in in Sharda Lipi, as in fact in Sanskrit grammar. So let me first draw these ones again. So how it is written in Sharda Lipi, I will have to make my pen bigger. I will just draw that once again. I think this is an easy alphabet here. This is Re, and the same Re I make little bit left side because I have to accommodate the other Re also, right? So it's Re and Re, Re and Re. So I do this. It is like this. I will not spend more time here because I assume that students should be able to draw that very carefully. Only one word of caution when you draw that second one in the re, don't don't extend it more or don't try it here beyond the Shirodekha. That is not correct. Try to limit this particular other one in the umbrella of the Shirodekha itself. So that is important. So this was re and re. Then we have two more. We have two more vowels, which are very exceptional vowels. I doubt whether students may know, only those students who know Sanskrit and especially the grammar will know that those two alphabets, but definitely these alphabets are there in other language also, like example Kannada we have, I think we have in Bengali also, but in other alphabets also. So that is this alphabet is called L, R, and these are also vowels. So when I say vowels, that means they exist of their own, because as I said, beginning in the beginning, vowels are all state of Lord Shiva himself. They do exist. Okay, is my voice breaking, Snehaji? Sorry for that.
No, it's fine.
Okay, okay. So this, okay, this is because I got some comment that my voice is breaking. So let me know anytime. Maybe sometimes there can be an internet issues. So this is
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
in Devanagari. Now, how do we write this in Sharda? First, I will write the first one. So it is very simple here, and then I draw a very small line, and I just draw an inverted S. This is in Sharda Lipi. These are called Shanta Bijas. Why? Because in this state, Lord Shiva is established in the Anand Shakti, in his own bliss, in his own self. He does not want to manifest himself again. Sorry, he does not want to manifest himself, and he wants to stay in his own self, in his own glory. And those are represented by these four vowels. So this is L. So I will draw them once again. I will just draw them once again here. Very exceptional. I think if you know some grammar, if you have some text, you will find these. I'm not sure even now, recent Sanskrit, I have not found these to be used very often. So that, but that never means that we should ignore it. We have to learn these, right? So all 50 vowels we have to learn. So this is L, and I will also draw with a normal pen also. So few points here, what you would have noticed, what I have done here, this is not like this particular shape when I have drawn. It was not this, I'm talking about this particular end in the little. It is not like this. That's not correct. It is something like this. That means, you see here, if I have to draw a center line in between, it is more thicker here, it is more thin here. So let me draw this, the same alphabet in with a normal pen. Where is, you see here, actually that's not correct. Try to make this line little shorter, not so big. Otherwise I have seen it does not look good. That's my experience also. So this is lip. Sorry, sometimes because I am writing, we're trying to write slowly, the mouse jumps on my screen. So I apologize for that, which sometimes I cannot help. So when I am doing the L here like this, and then at the end I take this, here and I do this. Make sure, again I'm saying, it's not circle here, it is like this. See, there's a difference, right? There's a difference here. If students will notice that, it's not this way, it is this way. So let me draw these four once again. These are very interesting four vowels. So I will write Devanagari above and then I will try to draw Sharda below that. R, 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 L, L. It's like L, R, and little bit twisting of that tongue. Sometimes even my pronunciation also can be wrong. I agree, because I am also not a Sanskrit learned student, unfortunately, but we all should learn Sanskrit, then only we know the beauty of these alphabets, how we recite and how we read them. Otherwise, we will never appreciate their beauty, their significance. So these are the four written in Devanagari. Now in Sharda, when I have to write, R, R. Let me draw this a little bit better. Oh, see, again the mouse jumped. So this L, L, okay. Snehaji, my video is clear, right? You're able to see my slides, right?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, because some students are complaining about that. So, okay.
No, it's going smooth.
Okay, so these are four, as I said, these are called Shanta Bijas, and I also told about these are the state of wideness of Lord Shiva. In Kashmir Shaivism, we say it is whole world is Lord Shiva's own manifestation. Even I am Lord Shiva. It is just because of some limitations. I do not remember, because of the we say Kanchukas, which we will also, those Kanchukas also we will learn when we go to the consonants, how they are, how does Lord Shiva conceal himself, he hides himself. So it is his journey from Lord Shiva to an human being, like today I'm Rakesh, or it's Neha, or it's somebody else. So how is that I do not know that I am Lord Shiva? It is because of the limitations. And that journey, when we define it in Matrika, so these, that is where it was u, r, l. So these four states, where if I take the first one, it is like intention, it is like he gets a first intention about that, yeah, there is some comprehension, so I should stay back, I should not manifest out. And in this next state, it is like a confirmation of that. Yes, it is better. Let me just stable there, and it is like established. I maybe we will I will how it has been beautifully summarized by Swami Lakshmanju also in his books. Maybe when we will complete this chapter, I will also prescribe you. I think there are very good books about, if somebody is interested in reading, understanding the Matrika or understanding Kashmir Shaivism. Definitely, there's a important book, the Script Supreme. You should definitely read it. But yes, that is not my subject. I'm not a scholar here. I'm just trying to help you to gain interest in the Lipi, help you also to appreciate these alphabets, because these are, as I said in the beginning, in the first class also, that these are not just alphabets, the symbols of representation of these the sounds. They are much beyond that. They're very sacred. They're very sacred also. And especially when I'm talking about the Sharda Lipi, definitely these are developed by rishis in Kashmir, and they were all uh, Shakti worshippers, Shiv worshippers, and there is a lot hidden in these notations, in these how we draw it also, because maybe it is very difficult. Some things I may not be able to explain in this classroom, but yes, it is much beyond that. So that is the reason that whenever we do it, try to practice it with dedication, try to practice it with little bit commitment. So then you will start loving this each of these alphabets and their beauty, how they are created. And in fact, when today, after we have all these fonts developed on Sharda Lipi and other things, we see that, oh my God, we lost this 300-400 years back, and it was so beautiful script. And how did we even ignore that? So that is the reason that some sense of ownership has to come, some sense of respect has to come to the script. So that is all I'm trying to do while teaching. So yeah, I think let us take few questions. Maybe we will complete our vowels tomorrow. We are left with just 6 vowels: A, I, O, Au, that we can complete tomorrow. But if there are any questions, definitely we will take those. Yeah, there are calligraphy pens available. Yes, you can use any of these sizes, one, two, or three. If I would suggest for the beginners, try to do just a medium to uh, somebody is trying to share the screen. Sorry. Please don't snatch the screen from me, because everybody is watching this. Yeah, Snehaji, any questions are there? Can you just look at the questions?
Yes, Rakesh ji. Let me just check. So one thing is they had like whether they can write in pencil. So I think we
Yes,
recommend that no.
definitely we can. They can do that. Do not worry. See, even though I have drawn this, because in the calligraphy art, it is just to help you understand few aesthetic part of it. Because if I, like example, like this particular rule, when I have to draw with the normal pen, if I am drawing it, so I will not be able to explain you what is the difference. So that difference will come, because later in the advanced classes, in this same class also, when we are reading some important manuscripts, until unless you know these aspects, it will be very difficult. So here it is like this. So that's the reason that in calligraphy we try to show it in a calligraphy pen. Yeah, I think there is another question.
Yeah, they want R to be taught again.
Okay, the last one, right?
Yeah, the last two vowels.
Last two. Okay, okay. That is, I think we will draw them once again. No worries. So first let me draw in Devanagari, because here, make a small line, and then the inverted S here. And same thing on when I'm doing the long of it. It's like this. Okay, there is what is that? If there is a Shirorekha on U, what was the question? Devanagari does not have a Shirorekha on U. That is right. If I have to draw U and U, actually that is right. Good question. U, there is no Shirorekha in Sharda Lipi also. Let me just draw that here. New one. So U, this is U. There is no Shirorekha. But even there is no Shirorekha for in Sharda Lipi also, but it is just a small horizontal line. You're right. I can say you cannot say it is a Shirorekha, but yes, definitely do not extend it. This is not U. So that is again, so you brought a correct point. So do not extend. This is not correct. This is not correct. It is just a horizontal line, and then it is like this. So I cannot say it is a Shirorekha, or I can say it's not round. Like in Devanagari we do like this, right? But in Sharda it is straight. It is straight line here. That's correct. Any more questions? But yes, students, do practice, and we will also share the training materials to you. Snehaji, do you have the drive link? Maybe you can put that in the comments.
The drive link, I don't have that, Rakesh ji.
Okay, let me just try to send it to you. Then you can send it to students on chat. Is it fine?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a question by student how to make a column from bamboo stick. Definitely, I will. We have prepared a YouTube video also on that. Let me just first. Can you ask somebody to
The
teachers batch?
participants are requested.
Yeah, I think there is another. Yeah, I think on how to draw how to draw how to make a pen out of the column. Let me
Yeah,
just
there is a YouTube link, Rakesh ji. I'll share it to them.
yeah. Let me just show if I can open that here. 1 minute.
Participants are requested you all to practice these and submit the assignments like before the next session starts, so that
So
it will
this
be
is this
useful
is
for you people.
yeah, this is a short video which our team had made to make a column. I will not show that completely.
4 years back to a script through a very simple method, which is a very
Let me
one
just
side, and then dipped continuously in ink, and you write each of 45 degrees.
so we will share those links. Maybe Snehaji, if you can just put that link in the chat box so that they can just take that.
Yes, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yeah, so this is what we, in fact, for information, we used to earlier send the column to all our students, but now it is because of the COVID and other things is practically not possible. But yes, you can go to
I was told by my teachers that it is
you
a
can
very
go to our website and then try to basically see these videos about how to make the column. Yeah, any other questions? Yeah, we will. This session is recorded. I will share it on in this session later on the WhatsApp groups. And there are few students who are not in WhatsApp groups. We will try to put this link in the email. Or if somebody is not there in WhatsApp groups, what I would still recommend, they message us, they let us know, we can add them in the WhatsApp groups we have. So they can message me, or they can message Sneha ji or Veronica ji. Then we can do that. Last session I was not able to record the session because the power went off, and then there was some issue that the recording did not happen. But this session, I think I should be able to do that. I have recorded it from the beginning. We will also share, I would recommend to connect us on WhatsApp, so that because we send all the training materials and related materials to you, so which are useful materials, and so that you can use that. In fact, a lot of our materials also are available on YouTube, but that does not mean that you will not attend the class. You should still do that. And because there are some clarities, some things still you can ask here and get more things clarified. Yeah, I think we will end the class. We will meet tomorrow again, same time, and same link. Use the same link for tomorrow class also. And thanks everybody. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.